Hello and welcome to my very first Minecraft Let's Play. I'm playing on the Circle C SMP alongside a few friends, and I'm just going to go over kind of some of the stuff that I've done on here so far. So I joined this yesterday, and so far I've only been doing some very basic setup. So I've got a wheat farm, I've got some cocoa bean farms and that kind of stuff. I've done a little bit of mining, but I don't have much. So I think today, the first thing I'm going to do is going on a mining expedition. Before we get started with that, you'll see over there's a couple of other builds from my friends. One of them is a train station, and one of them seems to be a kind of build that's jutting out from a cliff. It looks quite cool. It looks very ultra modern almost. So we're just going to head to the cave that I have over here in this video to be able to show you when I first find diamonds on this server. I've not found any yet. A little bit of iron. A little bit more iron. A little bit of gold. And I don't see any diamonds, that's the problem. I didn't even hit that one. You'll quickly learn from these videos that I am absolutely pants at Minecraft PvP or, combat in general. I hope that there's never going to be a reason on this server that I need to engage in PvP, because I'm absolutely awful at it. Ah, redstone, finally. I don't know what other people's approach is to lighting caves is, but to this day I still put my torches on the right hand side of caves so that I can make my way back, just by following the ones on the left hand side as I'm walking back. I don't know if anyone else does that. We are still at y equals 11 and no diamonds. Ooh, lapis. Cod flopping? Where? Is there a cod in this? What? Oh my word, there is a cod. And there's also a ravine. I didn't notice that before. I think we'll go down there next. Oh, the cod died. Oh no. He was our friend. So, some of you may be wondering why I'm playing Minecraft. Seeing as my channel is primarily for shader tutorials, it seems like a pretty strange pivot. Well, I wanted to try something new. I didn't want to just do shader tutorials for the rest of my YouTube career. Seeing as my following is still relatively small, I thought if there's any time to branch out into new content, now would probably be the best time. Rest assured, I'm still planning on doing shader content, of course, but I'll intersperse those videos with a little bit of Minecraft Let's Play. Ooh! Oh, I found the other side of this mineshaft earlier. I think I should go back up and find that again. Seeing as we're at y equals 12, I'm just going to start branch mining for a little while and see if we come across anything good. Ah! This is just the other side of the cave. Well, branch mine must continue. Now we're actually playing with a few vanilla tweaks, so for example one of them, on the tab screen, the number next to my name is the number of times I've died. Unfortunately I had a bit of a mishap with, I guess a cave spider and a skeleton, so I've had my first death. However, one of my friends did beat the ender dragon and died a lot of times doing it, so I'm by no means the person with the most deaths or the first person to die. Oh no. Ah, fine. Okay, we're gonna smelt some more iron right here. Oh, yeah, I'll put the crafting table down here. Luckily, we've been mining a lot of rubbish, so we should be able to quickly smelt myself some iron. That's the thing about mining in Minecraft is If you've run out of a pickaxe, then you're in a bit of a bind. Awesome, more redstone. One of my goals for this series is to get a little bit better at redstone. Most of my Minecraft kind of the thing I do is building, but I love building kind of villages and that kind of stuff in Minecraft. But what I want to get better at in this series is stuff like automated farms. So the first one I want to make is an iron farm, first of all, because in the last world that I created, I built myself an absolutely massive item sorter, but I didn't have an iron farm. So the amount of hoppers I had to make by myself just from mining was insane. I must have mined thousands and thousands of blocks of iron, and I didn't even manage to sort every item in Minecraft. I sorted maybe like half of them, but that took absolutely forever, and I don't want to subject myself to that again. So this time, I'm going to be making an iron farm. It's going to be my top priority for now. Now, I wish I cleared out my inventory before I came down here, because I have all of these stupid slabs which I don't need. We're going to quickly go back and void our inventory. That was close. Oh, I missed. Well, I guess there's that. Where did you come from? Oh, there's up there. Is someone up there? No. You must have come from behind me then. Nope, 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 nope. Although, yes, yep. Now my friend Ollie was looking for different types of stone, and I said I'd help him mine some, so we're going to go deliver that over here now. This actually gives us a chance to look at some of the builds other people have made. I really hope the next thing they're planning to build here is some stairs up. That is annoying me. I'll fix it up for him. Right, this is going to be Ollie's train station, which has apparently already got some customers. Not the right kind. And I'm gonna drop off. I'm gonna drop this off in a separate chest, just so he knows it's from me. I'll try and put it somewhere obvious. So probably not here. Maybe outside this door. I mined you. I mined some stone for you. Daniel, less than 3. That works for me. Although he might get a bit confused there because there is someone else called Daniel on this server, so I should probably say Dan. Dan, less than 3. That works. So this is Ollie's train station. Currently it's got this big kind of hole that's leading down underground, and I suppose that's going to be a tunnel that leads, I don't know, to notable places on the server. This is Daniel's... I'm not entirely sure what it's going to be, but it looks like it reminds me of those modern houses you get that overlook a cliff edge. This sort of hangs over the cliff. And it looks really cool. Really love the style that he's going for. We actually have a Discord bot that lets us talk from Discord into Minecraft, so he's not online, but I'm still chatting to him. And here we are at y equals 12. We're going to go for a bit more branch mining. Now I'm hoping we come across diamonds pretty quickly because I really need some. I'd really love to build an enchantment table so that mine doesn't take quite as forever. Oh, we hit another ocean cave. Oh, these are so annoying. That's a lot of bubbles. I think we're just gonna go round all this because I don't have the patience to deal with swimming and mining at the same time. We're just gonna whoop. Finally! Yes! Only 3? Let's mine around, mine around. I think it's only 3, isn't it? Yes! Oh, that's my job done. That's what I came here to do. Oh, may as well mine some more. It's a good job I started mining all this diorite before I moved on. Something you won't hear me say very often because diorite looks like bird poop. God, I was mining so long in a little bit jutting off from this initial tunnel. And the diamond's this close. If it just continued down. It's also a good job we ran into that water cave because I wouldn't have turned sideways if I didn't find that. Hello, friendo. You're my friendo. Right, we've actually got quite a lot of iron now, so that's good. It's gonna take so long to get enough for an item sorter, but it's a good start. You'll notice that I don't actually have a house around here, so the next thing I want to do is build, something, somewhere to live. Now, you'll notice that over here I've actually started somewhat of a walkway wrapping around these trees, and that should give you some idea of the kind of build I want to do for my housing around here. So I'm gonna kind of wrap stairs around, well, not stairs, but slabs around these trees and build some kind of tree houses, and we'll see how this goes. Thank you for watching. As this video is brought to you by my very lovely Patreon supporters. This video would not exist without you, so thank you so much for your support. I hope that you've learned something about how Unity works and how C# scripting works in this tutorial, and we will be back next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. As always, this video is brought to you Patreon supporters. This video would not exist without you, so thank you so much for your support. I hope that you've learned something about how Unity works and how C# scripting works in this tutorial, and we will be back next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. As always, this video is brought to you by my very lovely Patreon supporters. This video So thank you so much for your support. I hope that you've learned something about how Unity works and how C# scripting works in this tutorial, and we will be back next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching. As always, this video is brought to you by my very lovely Patreon supporters. This video would not exist without you, so thank you so much for your support. I hope that you've learned something about how Unity works and how C# scripting. My big problem with starting a new Minecraft world is that there's so many things to do at the start. Like, I want to make an enchantment table, which I can do now. I have the obsidian for it. But to make the enchantment table work properly, I need books. To make bookshelves, to make books, I need lots of paper. For paper, I need sugarcane, and I also need leather for the books. And to make leather, I need cows. And for cows, I probably need a cow farm. So I think the thing we're going to build next is a cow farm. that's going to require us to go find some cows. And the problem with that is that there's a lot of people online, so I might not find one pretty quickly, but we'll do our best. I'm actually going to have to clear out some space for the cow farm as well. I think I'm going to explore the jungle behind me for the cows, seeing as this is the landmass that's the biggest. So I'm probably going to clear out some space just on the top of this hill, perhaps. And that will be where we put our cow farm. And I'll show you in a minute how to make a cow farm, because it's dead simple. You know what, actually, now that I think about it, this entire area is pretty clear. And there's a cow there already, so I think we're going to put our cow farm over here. But I'm still going to clear out a little bit of space. Which, actually, I think there's enough space here. So... oh, we got 2 cows. Oh, that's perfect. I'm gonna like dig a hole and trick these guys into it, just so that they don't escape from me. And then I'm gonna go make the resources for a cow farm. Follow me, follow me. Now, can I get them into this hole to make sure they don't run away without killing them? Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Fall in the hole. Fall in the. I think I might be able to trick them this way. And then if I... oh, no. Ah, because they're following me because I got the wheat in my hand. Right, get back in. Get back in. So to make this, it's dead simple. All I'm going to need is a water bucket. I'm going to need a stairs of some kind. So I'll just use these jungle stairs I already have. I need a few building blocks. So I'll just use this jungle wood. I'm going to need 1 fence post so I can make that quickly. 1 fence post. I'm going to need to empty this inventory pretty soon. It's getting so full. And I need a hopper. So obviously to make a hopper, we're going to need 5 iron? 5 iron. 5 iron. We're actually going to need a chest as well. So a chest for the hopper. And another chest for the farm. So let's make 2 chests. Make 1... oh, I need to remember how to make a hopper. It's that. There we go. A hopper. Yeah. So let's run back over to the farm that we'd made. To make our farm, we're going to have to dig 2 down here. I think it's 2 down. 2 down again. We want to place our chest here. Then we want a way to access it. If we place a stairs upside down like this, and then dig 1 hole down, we should be able to see the chest, or access the chest. I want to put a hopper going into the back, and the hopper is basically where the cows are going to stand. Above this, we need a water bucket. And then once you've done that, you need to basically build up a little bit of a wall around where the farm is. So I'm going to do it like this. Now all we need to do is lead the cows into this hole. So it might be a little bit of a tricky task, like it was getting them into this hole. But basically, if I hold my wheat out and trick them into it a similar way that I did before. Come on, get the wheat, get the wheat! Follow me into the hole. Get in the hole. In the hole. That's not the hole. More mechanics in Minecraft are so frustrating. Now, if I build this up slightly further, we might be able to push them in. If I push them in, then I win. Right, get in. Stop pushing me. Oh my god, follow the wheat. Look, I've got food for you. Just, no! From this way. Please. These aren't even the worst mobs to work with in Minecraft. Alright, I'm just gonna push them. Yeah, like that, there we go, there we go. Ah, there's one. Okay, I need you to get on here. Yes, okay, stay there. Ooh. Ah, thank god, okay. I'm gonna have fun when I get to the villages. I'm gonna tear my hair out. farm I want to do after this one is an iron farm, and villagers are so much more painful than cows. I'm gonna absolutely tear my hair out. Right, so now we've got all the cows in here. We need to put a fence post here and here, and that stops them bobbing around as much. Now, the idea behind this farm is that currently there's 2 cows in here. And there's a chest here and a hopper. So we basically want to spawn loads of cows into one area. And if we spawn enough, then Minecraft's gonna say, oh, there's too many cows here, and it's gonna start killing off some of the cows. It kills off the adults first, so what's gonna happen is we're going to spawn loads of baby cows, and then when it reaches, I think, 24 of them, when we spawn another one into the same place, it will kill off an adult, and then all of its drops are gonna drop onto the hopper and be picked up by this chest. So we basically have to be patient here because we only have 2. Hey. We can't make them breed straight away, so we're gonna have to keep coming back here and just breeding them occasionally, and then when we reach enough, we'll be able to just pull their drops out of this chest. So that's the useful thing about having a massive wheat farm over here. The only problem with this wheat farm is that I keep having to swim over between that and the other farms, so I think I'm gonna expand this little wood panel effect that I've got going on around this tiny island and connect it to this main island here. For that I have a little bit of oak left. See, here's the other problem is now I need to use a lot of wood, and the only wood I really have available is jungle wood. I know that jungles do have oak trees in them, but not as many. So at some point we're going to have to clear out a lot of this forest and just replace it with other kinds of tree. So primarily oak, just because I love building with oak. But at some point, probably spruce and maybe dark oak as well. Because to be honest, I'm not that much of a fan of jungle wood. The problem is it's too orange. I know I built this this hut out of jungle wood just because it's what's readily available. But I'm not really a fan of the orange, so I might replace this later. Especially, I don't think that the oak wood and the jungle wood actually really mix. If I had enough spruce wood to spare, I'd probably have made this roof out of spruce. I only have a tiny amount though. So yeah, I'm just going to make this whole thing into oak planks, and we're going to extend outwards over here in a kind of bridge. A lot of these early builds are going to look really basic, but as we kind of go through this series, I'm going to, go back and replace some of the old stuff with prettier builds. Because in Minecraft, my favourite thing is building. Every time that I start a Minecraft world, I'm normally not too into the redstone and that kind of stuff. And confession, I've never actually beaten the Ender Dragon in survival Minecraft. And I'm rubbish at PvP. So my thing is building. Even though I'm not, the greatest, it's just the thing that I've enjoyed most. I do want to branch out in this series and try out new things, but I think building is going to be the thing I will return to as my crutch quite a lot. And we're going to try out some new techniques, try out some new kind of block palettes, because a lot of my builds end up just being made of wood, or mostly wood, usually with either a stone floor or a stone roof. And I want to break out of that a little bit and make something a bit more interesting. You see so many incredible builds by other people that just kind of blow my mind, and I want to try the kind of styles that they do. Now, before I got distracted by cows, earlier I mentioned that I had enough materials for an enchantment table, so we're going to construct it now. It's super simple, just like that. The problem is, I don't have enough books to have a fully featured or a fully functional enchantment table yet. But I think this building that I built up here, this treehouse looking thing, might be a good place to start it. Because it's a kind of... Ooh, Jesus. I didn't notice you there, little fella. This is a kind of circular build, right? So the idea is I'm going to have bridges that jut out from this side and this side. This one's going to go towards this tree and build something on top of there. Maybe that's going to build to the next tree over, and the next tree over. And this is going to build over to that tree there, and then probably onto that one. So I think the best place to build an enchantment table would probably be... I don't want this as a balcony, but I'm thinking... there? And then I'll have bookshelves kind of going around like this. That could work. Or I could do the same thing here instead of these glass panes. Because I think having this view here is quite nice. And there's not much in the ocean yet, but I get a view of Ollie's train station, which is quite nice. So I suppose the problem here is that the stairs are in the way. I think I'm going to have to keep this here. What we can do is we could take this out and have the balcony here. Or we could just include the balconies on the other builds. So have this as the viewing platform. So we'll have a bridge kind of wrapping around this tree and going to the top and having another one of these huts, these little tree houses. And that can be the viewing platform, and we'll be able to see over this whole ocean, which may or may not have some builds on it in the future. We'll see. Now we're starting the arduous process of getting enough seeds to make this little section of farm make its way to the end here. It takes forever for these things, I feel. I think that one's fully grown. It is, yeah. So when they have the really, really tall little leaves shooting out. I suppose if I really wanted to, I could open up this and just look at the age on the right hand side, but I don't want to do that. There's also been this parrot flying around this whole area. I don't own this parrot. I do now. Okay, well that was the first try. What's the likelihood of getting a parrot with the seeds? Oh, okay, no, now you're my friend. Ooh, is there another one? Oh. Okay, it's time to go make friends with another parrot once I've done this. Hello there, little fella. Right, you want to be my friend as well. I'm sure we can do this within a stack of seeds. See, this is... there we go. That's more what I was expecting, is for them to take like 1,000 seeds to actually do anything. That's been my experience before. But no, the first one was just the first seed. Right, can you both go in my... We have friends. I might not have a real house. I only have this tree house that doesn't even have my bed in it. I've just been camping out next to this fire, which basically every time I wake up I just walk straight into. But at least we've got two feathered friends. Are these going to follow me about everywhere, or do I need to park them somewhere? If I... That one also attach... Oh, no. I don't know how parrots work. Can I... What makes you attach to my shoulder? You know, I don't have any name tags either. I'd rename these if I could. Right, let's settle them down in my tree house. I'm using F5 mode here just because I love seeing them on my shoulders. Do I... What do I do now? Do I... there we go. Right in there, don't attach my... Okay, lovely. These guys sniff out creepers, don't they? I think they whistle when they... Oh no, they make hissing noises when there's mobs nearby. Don't you look at me like that. Do you want more seeds? Oh, can I not give them more seeds? I can have some more seeds anyway. Here. I'll leave them to their own devices. I'm sure they're happy with their seeds. The only problem with building a spiral staircase like that is that I can't be bothered to walk around it, so I just keep breaking my legs every time I come down from the treehouse. See, it's such a shame that they've patched out zero-tick sugarcane farms. I had one in my last Minecraft world, which was on Bedrock, but I don't know, I think they removed them. I seem to remember you had to have a water source, a waterlogged water source that you just shift back and forth across the block that the sugarcane is on. Where you shift it back and forth with pistons, and then it updated the block a bunch of times, and that made it want to grow faster or something. I'm not entirely sure how it works under the hood, but I don't think that works anymore. So the best case we're going to have with a sugarcane farm is just an observer that detects when enough of the blocks have grown, and a piston that just juts out and breaks it. Which we might do at some point. And by might do I mean will, because I'm not going and manually fighting? Manually breaking all of this sugarcane. Manually fighting this sugarcane. Oh, my vocabulary is just dead today. See, I keep doing that. We are back on the server today, and the first thing I'm going to do is have another look at this treehouse I've built. Only I'm not very happy with the colours of the wood that I've used, or the shape. Problem is, from inside it looks okay, but when I look at it from this angle, the roof looks so flat. And I really don't like the orange of the jungle wood. So I'm thinking, if we build the roof out of maybe oak or something different than jungle wood, and kind of build it in a different shape to be pointier, then it won't look so flat from down here. And if we kind of surround the edge, the lip of the roof with spruce wood, then it'll give it a kind of an accent and kind of break up the colour a bit. Because I think having the whole roof made out of the same colour is a mistake. Similar for the floor, I really don't like jungle wood. It looks awful. Like, if I compare it to this oak wood that I've got down here, the orange is just so off-putting. The only problem with using spruce wood is that I don't have much, so we're going to just add a few saplings to our tree farm. What's I looking for? Bone meal. I do this all. Okay, I know I had some bone. I do this all the time where I start doing one thing, and then I get so distracted. I have a one-track brain. Oh, poisonous potatoes. Ugh. An item sorter can't come soon enough. I see a blue parrot over there. Maybe I should try and get one of each. I've already got a red one and a green one up in my little treehouse. I'm gonna grab some seeds and try and get this one too. Not before I clear out some space here. There's so much dirt. No, that's fine. It's not as bad as some people's sorting systems where they... It's not as bad as some people's chests where they do literally just shift click everything into a chest. I'm not quite that bad. Here you are, friendo. How many are you gonna take? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 11! Alright, jump on me, jump on me. Got a friend. Got a friend. Alright, let's get you back to my little treehouse. The first thing we're going to have to build when we have an actual supply of diamonds is build a jukebox. What did you... Ah, there we go. So we can get them all dancing. I don't have any music discs yet, but they're not too bad to get. Alright, if I... And if I right click... Don't care if you don't actually eat these. Here, have fun with those. Oh! Ooh, that was an end man. Oh, I always hate hearing that noise just out of nowhere. There you are. Right, I'm really terrible at fighting Endermen, but let's give this a go. Die, please die, please die. That was close. Like I said, I am terrible at Minecraft combat, so please don't expect anything of me. I'm gonna have a field day when I try and get more ender pearls. Although that said, on this world, the Ender Dragon has already been beaten. So at some point, we can go end busting. Our cow farm finally has enough cows in it to start actually working. So I'm just going to go feed a bunch of these and... all being well, they'll start dying. Ah, rest in peace. It's for the greater good, I promise. Ah, the spoils of war. Fantastic. Here we are in our treehouse again, with a few of the materials I'm going to use to change it. So I'm going to start off with some spruce logs. Now I think the idea of expanding the roof I like, but I also want this floor to extend further than the roof does. So to start off with, I think, this is going to pain me, but I think I'm going to tear up the entire floor and replace it with... if I make the walls out of oak still, I think I'll just replace the floor with spruce. Also, if we extend one further out with wood blocks, and then, or wood planks, and then expand another layer out with trapdoors all around. Oh, actually no, if we make this stairs, yeah, if we make this a stair block, how far out is this? It's just by one, okay. So this goes out by one here, then a stair block, and then a trapdoor. I like that. That gives it a bit more of a curve rather than just being flat, 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 flat stairs. Because that looks a bit old school Minecraft, I suppose. You know, the kind of building style I used to use. So I realised that when I made entirely too many jungle slabs, that's not a problem because we can make composters out of this. And that solves another problem we're having of making too many seeds. I mean, now we might have too many composters, but oh well. So if I actually bring some of the seeds with me, that'll do. We're going to build these, I think, by the main farming area. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. That's the problem with having a prime number. So we should be able to just make it look a little bit decorative and fill some of that. But we will be using this as a way to dispose of our extra seeds. We're just coming up on the end here. I think that should be the last one. So if we were to go around now, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Well, this also lets us do, because we've made it a little bit bigger this time, is we can put fences around the whole thing rather than just around part of it. So I'm going to make a whole bunch of fences here. There we go. But, of course, that's not all we want to do. We want to modify the roof as well. So I think we've got a much better floor, but we're going to do the roof as well. This actually is great because this means that when we put bookshelves here for the enchantment table, it will kind of sit flush with the wall, but that we can still get round. So we'll be able to see the back side of it here. That might mean we have to cover it up a little bit just to make sure we don't see loads of bookcases from down here, but that's fine. We can sort that out later. I won't go into much detail about the player controller script here because this video is already quite long. The things that you need to know from that script is that we use animator.setBool and then pass in a string referencing the bool on the animator we are modifying, and then pass in the boolean itself. There are two parameters for that method, and those are the two you pass in. The other thing you'll need to know is that we added a method called isMoving, and we will use that later on in another script. I won't go into much detail about the player controller script here because this video is already quite long. But the things that you need to know from that script is that we use animator.setBool and then pass in a string referencing the bool on the animator we are modifying, and then pass in the boolean itself. There are two parameters for that method, and those are the two you pass in. The other thing you'll need to know is that we added a method called isMoving, and we will use that later on in another script. I won't go into much detail about the player controller script here because this video is already quite long. But the things that you need to know So to be honest, at this point, all that really needs to be done is just building this roof up, and then I think I'm going to be done with this episode. So we're just doing this very simple A-frame. So as I mentioned, this shop isn't going to stay this way forever. Eventually, I do want to do things like add more floors and expand the footprint of the ground floor, just to give us a bit more space to sell things in. And by no means will this be our final building on this island. I don't have any kind of specifics right now, but I'm sure we'll be building other stuff here, like, I don't know, farms, more shops, some kind of resource gathering hut, that kind of thing, you know? Something nice for the other people on the server to just, I don't know, make use of our, the fruits of our labour. So as you see, I'm extending the lip out by 1 block. This just, you know, gives it a bit more shape. And you can do this trick here of kind of walking off the edge, placing it downstairs, upside downstairs, and then placing the right way upstairs, like this. And I'm going to do that on both sides. So I need to climb up. I'll remove that in a second. You just kind of do this until you reach the point where they both meet. And then you're done. Although I did mention, actually, I'm only doing the lip out of spruce wood. I'm going to do the rest out of oak. So actually, I'm going to get rid of these. I've never used scaffolding before. It's such a useful block. I don't know why I've never used it. Now, as with any build, there's probably more ways of making this interesting. But for now, I'm just going to stick with the very basics. And, you know, as this playthrough progresses, I think my building style is going to evolve, advance. We're going to start using more interesting block palettes, more interesting building styles. And I want to start using the blocks in an interesting way to put together weird decorations. You'll see a lot of the best builders in Minecraft kind of use the blocks in an inventive way, in the way that perhaps wasn't intended when the blocks were added. So you'll see stuff like people using, I don't know, an end rod with the dragon egg on top of it for a lampshade, which to me is just ridiculous. I don't know if the person who beat the dragon took the dragon egg, but of course there's only one. Ooh, actually no, there's not only one. Every time, well, we got a data pack so that every time we beat the dragon, it drops an elytra and I think a dragon egg. So that means we'll be able to get duplicates. If that's true. I'll need to check on that. And that is the roof covered, but we're going to have to fill this in from the inside as well. So if we just hop on down and have a look from the interior, you'll notice that a lot of the roof is kind of looking funky. Not least because we didn't finish this wall. So I'm going to place a bit more scaffolding. And we're just going to hop up here, kind of finish this up. The final thing we have to do is actually set up the shop. So to do this, it's pretty simple. I'll just get some chests, and then I'll get our resources, and I'll just stick them in there. And then we're going to use a sign to put down what our prices will be. Now this is the part that I'm unsure of currently, because no one else has set up a shop. So I suppose I am the trendsetter. The kind of the prices that I use here might determine what kind of prices people end up using in their shops in this area. But I'm just going to go ahead and, I don't know, place them down willy-nilly, kind of figure out a good price. If we place them like this, that'll do. And our resources that we had were also in this chest out here. I brought with me some wheat seeds, some wheat, some oak saplings, and some cocoa beans. These are going to be the 4 things we'll sell to begin with, because they're the things that I have way too many of in my own area, my own little, what do you call it? Not a village, it's more like a geographical area, I suppose. I've just colonized an island. Very small island. I say that, it's got a jungle on it, so it's not that small, but you know what I mean. Right. Now to figure out prices. Now obviously all 4 of the things I've got here are actually really easy to obtain, especially things like saplings and seeds. You know, wheat you have to grow it, and cocoa beans, they're quite hard to find to begin with, but once you've got them all, they're really easy to farm. So I think I'm going to start selling these for very low prices, but I'm thinking not diamonds yet. I think I will sell these for wood. Because that's the thing that I currently need most for my builds, is just more wood. Let's say 1 stack of seeds is 16 oak. Not oak. Let's go any. One stack of seeds for 16 of any wood log. I think that works. I think we'll experiment with this, and we'll probably do something similar for all of them. So let's say the wheat is more. So 1 stack wheat for. Let's make this 32 any wood logs. And we can come back here and restock these with a bit more of each of these things. The cocoa beans are going to be more, so let's say 1 stack cocoa beans for 48 any wood logs. So that's going to be the priciest one, and then the saplings, I think we can do the saplings for 16 as well, or maybe like 24. Let's do 16. 1 stack. What were these? These were saplings. And I won't specify type because we can bring more kinds of saplings here. So 1 stack of saplings for 16 any wood logs. And we'll leave this for later. Coming soon. Wonderful. Well, this is our first shop. And the very first shop, just in general. And there's an Enderman over there, and he's looking very menacing. Oh, not anymore if he's warping away, I guess. I can't wait to see what this kind of area brings. I don't know what anyone else is planning here. I don't know if anyone else is going to be doing a shop soon. But I hope I am the trendsetter. So I suppose I'll christen this shop somehow. Let's just say... Ooh, what's a good name for a shop? I'm always useless with naming things. When it comes to characters and games and that kind of thing, I can just never name anything. There was one time I tried to do a Nuzlocke on Pokemon, and me and my friend, we both had themes for the Pokemon that we were going to catch, and I just found it so difficult to come up with even the theme. So coming up with a name for a shop is just like the worst thing for me. Let's call it Dan's Hut of Stuff. Right, that's objectively terrible, but it'll do for now. I suppose it's fine because the stuff we're selling is also terrible. But with that, I think I'm going to wrap up this first episode. If you've stayed till the end, then thank you so much for watching. This is kind of an experiment for me, so a lot of the videos that I've made so far, you'll notice, are scripted. And that means that just sitting down here playing games and talking to a microphone is really difficult. Like, I didn't appreciate how hard it would be to just sit down and talk. As someone who kind of thinks himself as kind of being extroverted, it's so difficult. I don't know how people do it. Do you need to be an introvert to talk, to monologue on a Minecraft video? Maybe. But if there's one thing extroverts can do, it's try my best. Well, I guess I will see you next time and we'll figure out what to do with this build. Hopefully by this point, loads of other people will have built stuff. I'll certainly kind of try and get them to start thinking about what they're going to put here. But until next time, cheerio. I've just been minding my own business here and there's a drowned trying to kill me. This is very annoying. It's so annoying to fight when you don't have trident of your own or range weapons. Change your shield. Oh, hello.